Hello and welcome back to KXAN Plus. Thanks so much for joining us here. We are here for our Simple Health segment. And with me to discuss all things Simple Health is our KXAN Simple Health expert, Jose Torres. Jose, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, Esme. How are you?
I'm doing great. We were giggling before we started the show, but we're here and we're starting our show now. How have you been this past week? It's been really hot here in Austin, for sure.
Yeah, there's some good news, I guess. Hopefully, the weather's going to be changing soon.
Yes.
So great for starting your running journey.
Going outdoors. Actually, today I'm going to walk for an hour every single day.
Wow.
And it starts today.
Oh, that's great. All right, so next week I want an update.
Yes, I will let you know how it goes. Maybe I'll start running by next week or jogging.
Yeah, baby steps.
Baby steps. Well, that's exactly kind of what Simple Health is, right? Mm-hmm. Can you give us a rundown of what Simple Health is and why we talk about that here in KXAN?
Yeah, so digesting medical news can be hard sometimes. There's a lot of jargon that maybe sounds foreign to you. I know it does to me. So we try to simplify that for you and make it easy for you to digest about a variety of things like breakthroughs, new treatments, things that you may not know that are being offered here in Central Texas, as far as treating stroke, post-stroke rehab, cancer treatments, even for new mothers. You know, we try to bring that all to you and inform you and empower you with information and bring you hope. Because sometimes, dealing with an illness or knowing someone who's dealing with an illness can be hard if you're a caregiver or the person living through something like that. So we try to bring you hope and empower you with information.
Yes, and sometimes we bring some guests in here in our tiny little studio. We fill it with guests, and we have doctors or patients also kind of describe what we mean or what we're trying to understand and learn from different topics, like the ones that you mentioned. Jose, today, though, we are talking about Granny Basketball. What is Granny Basketball? It's a national league. It's called Granny Basketball. What is it?
Yeah. It's the name pretty much says it all. I love it. It's been around for almost 20 years, I believe, and they have teams all over the USA. They have some here in Central Texas, all over Texas, and across the country. But I wanted to bring attention to this because the CDC says that people over the age of 65 are most at risk of falling because their muscles aren't strong enough, and that may be because of a variety of things, poor mobility. There might
Weak
be hazards.
Bones, yeah.
Yeah, there might be hazards at their homes that they don't know about that put them at risk for falling. And as you get older, and if you're not keeping your body moving as you age, you run at the risk of long recoveries, or sometimes those falls can sometimes end up, people can end up dying because of complications. Mm-hmm. People are not able to make it through surgery or things like that. So that's why it's important to keep moving at every age. And this story about Granny Basketball does that. Hopefully you'll like it. Our reporter from the Abilene area, Noah McKinney, he went out to Eastland, which is west of Abilene, and he caught up with the Eastland Old Rips. Take a look.
Wow, let's listen.
As we age, it's important more than ever to keep the mind and body active. This group of big country women in Eastland trading in the knitting circle for the star drill as they build camaraderie on and off the court.
This gets people out from in front of the TV, off the couch. We're off our rockers, is what we say a lot.
Team captain Karen Parker and coach Roma Holly representing the Eastland Old Rips. one of 54 teams in the US and Canada that make up the Granny Basketball League, which has been around for decades, offering community and competition to women 50 years or older.
It's a gentle game for women of a certain age. We are of a certain age.
The Old Rips making certain that the Big Country has someone to root for as the first team from this area.
She has put her heart and soul into getting this going.
Holly becoming aware of the league in December of 2024, doing some research and reaching out to see if anyone else would be interested. The team now 12 strong.
Some of us are still working full-time, some people are retired. Our oldest player is 76 years old.
League rules ensuring that anyone can participate.
No running, no jumping, no contact. We focus on what you can do, not what you can't do.
By dividing players into 3 court sections where they stay, you won't see any running up and down the court. And scoring is a bit different too, with a granny shot counting for 3 points. And I can tell you firsthand that these ladies will stick with you no matter how long it takes. But even then, it's about so much more than the game.
Here's the best thing. I did not know Karen before this. I would say out of all of our team, I only knew like 1 or 2 of them before Granny Basketball.
Continuing to develop their bodies and minds while making new friends all along the way. For BigCountryHomepage.com, I'm Noah McKinney.
That is so funny. They're off their rocker. That is so clever. That game looks like so much fun. Honestly, I would rather play that than actual basketball, right?
Right. And I think I can't even do a granny shot. So.
I don't think I can do it either, but they're doing it so easily. It's awesome to see how many are on that court and are participating. I wonder if we have a league like that here in Austin.
Not in the not in the Austin city limits, but there is one in Round Rock. Let me pull it up for.
I can also search it. What's it called?
It is the Round Rock. Hold on, I wrote it down here. Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't. I promise I did. I just haven't. I didn't pull it up right. Yes, there. We have the Round Rock Rockettes.
Aw, that is so cute.
And then in Georgetown, we have the Texas Fire Ants. So I'm contacting them just to get a little some perspective from them. So hopefully we'll hear from them soon.
That is so fun.
I believe they're just based off of what they posted online. Their season ended in May.
We missed them.
Yeah, so hopefully that gives me just a chance to follow up with them later on or early on next year.
Yeah, well, maybe we can get a sneak peek of how their preparations for their next season are going, right?
Yeah. But it's so cool. They come up with the funniest names. I shouldn't say the funniest names. The most clever names. Like
the funniest names.
The Cedar Rapid Sizzlers.
Oh.
There's also Grant Wood Gothics. Out of Iowa, good for them. There's the Late Bloomers, also a team out of Iowa.
That is so cute.
Out of Texas, Coat Town Heifers.
Okay, that's very right. Texas.
There's the Bayou Ballers.
Nice, that one's clever.
6 Shooters. And then just a bunch of, this is a cute one, Texas Old Glories.
Oh, that one is sweet. So they got some funny names, they got some clever names, they got some little crazy names. But that is so funny. I want to look into that now and see if I can go catch a game this year or this coming season.
Yeah.
Well, we're talking about Granny Basketball, but another topic that we have has to do with Simple Health. Tell me about that.
The story about, actually, before I get to that, I spoke to Noah, the man who did the story for us.
Oh,
Noah
yes.
McKinney.
The Granny Basketball one?
Yeah. So I got a chance to talk to him just because I was so curious about his story and how he came across this story. And so I did a little Q&A with him about his storytelling, and here's what he had to say.
Let's listen to that one.
Noah, thank you so much for helping me out with this and learning more about Granny Basketball. What led you to that story?
Yeah, so funny enough, our assignments editor, Victor, he's always saying, look for spot news just when you're out, be on the lookout. And it was actually my mother lives about 45 minutes east of here. She was out on an evening walk, saw a sign for Granny Basketball and said, hey, this could be a fun story, sent it to me. And I was talking to the lady the next day, so it just kind of worked out like that.
You got to meet some of them. What does practice look like for them?
Yeah, meeting them was definitely the highlight of my day. They know how to have a good time, and practice is a lot of what you see in the story there. They're doing, passing drills, star drills, all the typical stuff. If you went through junior high basketball, you know what they're doing. But they also have a lot of chants that they do. They have their they have a chant where they clap along, and one I didn't get to was the coach will say, "What's your power?" and they'll shout back, "Granny power." So it's very empowering for all of them.
Oh, that is so cool. And do they have skills?
Yeah, and that's kind of I'd seen, talking about kind of what they do there. Some of them have, played in the past maybe, or maybe they coached uh, in their younger years, and some of them are just brand new to the sport entirely. One of the ladies that I spoke with, she said if she had been able to, societally, if she'd been able to play basketball, she would have been doing it since elementary school, and she never got the chance. So this was really kind of a second chance for her to get to learn the skills. So yeah, some of them get them up to speed, some of them freshening up those old skills, but they all know how to have a good time.
Oh, that's so awesome. So there are several studies out there that talk about the negative impact of being lonely. And one of the positive things about this group that I gathered from your story is that they're building community, and so that loneliness kind of just goes away.
Yeah, the word that they coined, I think, is framly. They call each other friend. They're friends and family. And the coach was, she was saying she didn't know probably half the ladies there before they started doing this. She just kind of reached out, said, "Hey, who's interested?" And now they're lifelong friends and family, getting to kind of help each other through this transitional time as they're getting up in age, and it can be harder and harder to make friends. So this is a way for them to kind of find that community, and they really have built it out well. They'll be going on different events. They go out to eat together, all kinds of stuff. It's more than just on the court.
That's awesome. How many games per season do these ladies have?
Yes, I wasn't able to find the exact information there because I know they split them. The National League splits it into different groups, and they're kind of in the just have fun group. There's no professional players in this team or anything. But one thing they did emphasize was that since sometimes they're traveling out of town for different games all over the place, national games, potentially even Canada, we'll see if they play in Toronto. I don't know. But they what they emphasized was that they know not every player is going to play every single game. There's prior engagements. Sometimes you can't make it. They'll work with you on that. They understand that. But so the schedule shouldn't be too terribly taxing.
That is such a, I'm just amazed. I keep saying awesome, but just because it's such a cool story.
It really, yeah, I was happy to find the story, even more happy to get to meet them because definitely a life-changing experience to see that kind of positivity, uh, just just from a group of ladies, you know?
Um, yeah, with your storytelling and the opportunity that you got a chance to speak with them, did they tell you how this changed their lives?
Yeah, and it really was just in that way of exactly what you think. They say as you age, you need to keep your mind active, you need to keep your body active. And so those benefits are definitely there. But I can't stress enough just that community aspect because once that loneliness sets in, it's a lot harder to get out to go do things. So they're going up to people and saying, the Roma Holly, the coach, she said she'll go up to people and say, "Oh, well, would you like to join?" And they'll say, "Oh, well, I can't do this or I can't do that." And she says, "That's okay. Neither can I. We'll teach you." It's fine. It's really breaking down all of those barriers to get you out and get you active and really to, enjoy a long and productive life.
And are they competitive or is this just for fun?
I think around me, they might have gotten a little more competitive just while the camera was there, but they are kind of the just have fun group. Some of them do have a background in basketball, but it really is just getting out to have something to do. It's people before points is kind of how they put it. There are other parts of the National League that do more competitive play, but they're out there having a good time. And I've got to say, having done basketball back in junior high, they really are doing it well.
I saw in your video you got to play some hoops there with the gals.
I almost got out of there without having to go on camera, but I did enjoy it. I just said, "Well, ladies, that's about all I need." And one of them said, "Oh, well, Roma, you should take the camera and let him do some shots." They insisted I do the granny shot, which for them is worth 3 points. Thankfully, I only missed twice, and then I said, "Okay, layup. I can do a layup." I think that was my saving grace. But like I said, I really in that moment got to feel their support because you could hear them. They said, "Come on, Noah," and they're clapping afterwards. They're high-fiving me all around. Like it's just an infectious positivity inside that court.
Anything that stood out to you that you didn't get to include in your story, or just that stood out to you being there?
Well, the first thing would be that full chant that they did together. I think it was "Granny basketball is fun. We don't jump and we don't run," and it goes on and on like that. But uh, to see them kind of letting their guard down a little bit and showing how much they know how to have fun, they will have fun, and how much they support each other through that. You know, even at 75 years old, they're out there. She's center for the jump ball. They're putting everyone out there, and no one's sitting on the sidelines that doesn't want to be. You know.
That is so funny. We don't jump and we don't run. That is the team that I want to be on, Jose. I'm so glad that you shared this story with us, because it's not all the time that we get to see what our partners from different areas near us are covering, and how we have this right here at home in Central Texas as well.
Yeah, not that many people know about the National Granny Basketball
No.
League. So yeah, I'm excited for the new season to start up again here in area. So, and yes, they have skills.
I know. Why did you ask him that? Do they have any skills?
Yeah, I may have needed to worded that a bit differently, but they definitely do. They definitely know how to play the sport more than I do, for sure. I'll guarantee.
Same.
I'll guarantee that 100%.
Well, I want to see you do a story with the Round Rock Grannies, because I want to see you on that court bouncing the basketball with the grannies and having a good time.
Yeah, they'll teach me some skills for sure.
I'm sure they will. Well, I have another question. We were talking about adults or older adults maybe experiencing a fall and getting injured. This is a great way to avoid that, because you're always staying up and staying active, doing something at least once a week or once a day. What is some advice that older adults and their caregivers can do to prevent these falls from happening?
Yeah, so I wrote some down just so I wouldn't forget. First, make sure you go, if you're the caregiver or you're the older adult, make sure you meet all your doctor's appointments, stay up to date with all your medication refills, and then take a look at safety hazards around your house, inside and out and outside your house.
Steps or ramps instead of steps, right?
Right. Yeah, exactly. And yeah, especially if you sprained an ankle, you don't want to be, going upstairs or steps. Yes, you're right. So the story about Granny basketball team reminded me of a story that I did a couple of years ago. It's this duo, a couple of fitness trainers, and they go to adult homes to teach them the simple ways of staying active. And just because you need to have your muscles strong so you can avoid a fall, doesn't mean that you have to go all hard at the gym. Even at 75, you can if
you're capable of it.
Yeah, if you're capable of. But simple steps that you can do on your sofa, on the chair, can improve your mobility and your strength. And this couple of trainers that you're about to meet, they're doing that here at a couple of homes here in Austin. Take a look.
Let's listen.
Push, pull, and close. Perfect, guys. Great job.
I'm Gail Peterson. I'm 74. My goal was to strengthen my legs and to get my stamina better.
Down to the right, up to the left. Trying to get you to twist that cord.
I've been a dancer most of my life, and I've taught dancing for many years, and so I'm used to moving around and keeping myself limber. My first name is Donald, and the last name is Oliver. I'm 93.
Again, we're going to go to 20. We're really trying to push it here, guys. We're getting strong. My name is Ross. I'm one of the personal trainers here at the senior home. Bring that right knee in the air, drop it down, bring the left knee in the air. Beautiful.
My name is Marcel Rosenberg. I'm a personal trainer and instructor here at Brooksdale. The number one death in seniors is falling. So for me, the most important thing is strengthening the legs so that they can prevent the falling from happening.
That's another thing that this class gives you, is confidence. It's all about balance here. And if you can't get stronger and your legs don't get stronger, then you're not confident about walking or doing on any of those things. And falling is the number one thing that happens here.
My focus is on ankle strength, knee strength, hip strength, and then core strength, so that the seniors can walk around and feel confident. Left ankle over the right knee. Let's push that knee down towards the ground. Nice, looks perfect. There you go. The biggest thing that hurts the seniors is them falling and breaking their hip or getting a bruise that basically debilitates them, and then they can't live their life.
My children, I have two, Sheila and Dawn, and they kind of gave me a goal to say, okay, you need to get back into shape where you really can walk better and have more stamina, and then you can go anywhere with us in the world. Kind of a good carrot, do you think?
Let's reach down towards that left leg. Really stretch out that hamstring.
There is a certain amount of elation after doing those kinds of exercises, and you feel as though you're a little more nimble and can move a little bit better.
We're gonna do our last move of the workout, okay? We're gonna open up those knees. You're saying, praise the Lord.
Like now the classes have gotten so easy for them, now I'm having to like throw curveballs so that we can challenge them a little bit more.
And then when they feel like they can stretch you, they do.
And you do it gracefully? You do it with a smile?
Well, sometimes I have I'm going to give them a wisecrack back, but yes, it's good for you.
They always raise the eyebrow to me. Always. But they love it. They love a good challenge.
They definitely catch on. I'm the guy who just like, oh, yeah, couple more seconds, and then we'll go for like another minute, you know? But I know that they're capable, and I'm the coach that's supposed to push. Now we're gonna kick up and down from the hip. 10, 9, 8. I actually don't have any more grandparents, so this is a way that I can connect with that community, and it's just so fulfilling. It's very, very rewarding. 2 thumbs up. Nice.
For somebody at home who's watching this and, doesn't feel like moving around, what would you tell them?
Get up. Don't sit in the chair. Get up and move.
Down to the left.
That's right. Get up. Don't sit in the chair. Get up and move. This is so awesome. This is another sweet story. Sometimes we take it for granted that our bodies are working, and once we reach that age and you haven't been working with your body or moving your body as often as you should be, it might not work as hard for you as you would want it to do, right?
Yeah. Ross, the trainer that you saw there, he's my personal fitness trainer, and he always tells me lotion is the motion. Motion is the lotion, sorry. Motion is the lotion to keep your body moving, right? Otherwise, it'll stay stiff like a tin can.
Yeah, that's true. And it amazes me how these older folks are moving so gracefully. I feel like this is something that every establishment or senior home should have because, it's important, right?
Yeah, definitely. And if you're the son, the daughter, you have a loved one, you want to make sure that they're being taken care of and that their mind and wellness is also being taken care of as well. And yeah, hopefully this is something that other home groups can do for their patients, for their residents.
Yeah. You mentioned the importance of identifying safety hazards at home. Mm-hmm. Give us some examples of how we can identify those safety hazards.
Yeah. So you're the caregiver again, or you're the one, might be at risk of fall injuries. Just take an audit of your house. One of the major things would be is a rug, one of those throw rugs. And because sometimes, they can build little creases real easily and you can easily trip over them. So if you do need a rug, like, for example, you need a rug in your bathroom to, for whatever reason, just get the rugs that say no slip bottoms. And those are supposed to not move or build those creases where that will can
cause you to slip.
Yeah. So do that. Do an audit again of all the clutter in your house, like piles of books, piles of boxes, things that can easily fall over or cause a domino effect where you can, cause that risk of falling. Keep pathways clear. You might like to have plants along up and down your house, inside or outside. Just, you can still do that. Just, keep them spread apart where it won't bother you.
Maintain them. them. Yeah.
Maintain them too. Where you don't want to be stepping over them and then again risk of falling. Address any uneven surfaces. Especially out in the garden, in the backyard. Address those. Have good lighting, of course, because as you get older, sometimes your vision also starts to
deteriorate.
Yeah, so you want to have the best lighting as well. So those are just some of the things that to keep in mind if you're a caregiver, again, if you're at that risk. And then I'm going to compile all of these helpful informations that I found from other resources on KXAN.com with this web story.
Yeah, and you can find that web story on our homepage pretty quickly, or also under the Simple Health tab. Jose, thanks so much for sharing this fun topic with us. Although it's fun, it's important. If you have an elderly grandparent, mother, or you yourself are elderly and you watch this video, please just remember that it is important to move your body, and what Jose always says is listen to your body too, right?
Yeah, and then also there's no age in physical activity. So there's no age cap, I should say, in physical activity. And community. I say that community keeps the heart beating, as you heard from these couple of stories.
Yeah.
That community is a lifeline. And so if you don't have one, it is hard to get involved in groups, but there are ways to do it.
And they're out there.
Yeah, and reach out to people.
Well, Jose, thank you so much for joining me, and I'm excited to watch your granny basketball story.
Thank you.
I'll see you next week.